Okay. In a past video, I said how Bowser seems to be placed at the left-hand side of the rainbow, almost as if he's the green man, the leprechaun, guarding or connected to the pot of gold. Right, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is this star, literally underneath the end of the rainbow, and Bowser here as the sort of also on the green pipe seems to be where the rainbow's coming out from. So he's like this sort of leprechaun character, and this theme repeats, like here, for example, where the rainbow-colored title card has Bowser in the same sort of smiley ship, sort of on the left-hand side of the rainbow. And a few other examples. Well, for example, here, Bowser is at the beginning. This is from another angle, right? So the beginning of the piano, and Mario sort of advancing through it. And the piano, the scale of notes, is associated here with the rainbow, because on either side of this yellow star mushroom, we have the rainbow and the piano as two opposite sort of, not opposite, but almost like they're showing that there's a scale to this. There's something musical notated about this. So anyway, apart from all these different examples and everything, I was sort of thinking how if Bowser is placed before the rainbow, then could it be that Bowser is mostly placed before Rainbow Road in the Mario Kart games? And I thought this because I had an impression that he is, right? And he is in a lot of games, so that was really weird. How first, for example, in the first Mario Kart games, it doesn't seem to have formed completely. It's like in its initial stages. The Bowser's Castle stages are in every single cup except the last one. So they're before the Rainbow Road, but not directly before it. What is before the Rainbow Road, though, is one of the ghost stages. Now, the next game, again, we have the ghost stage right before the star. And I think even in the next one, we have already Bowser before the star and ghosts before the star. This is interesting again for what I was saying about the ghost and the star being like a polarity in this game, the ghost and the star. There was another one I wanted to show which I thought was interesting. Yeah, this one. It's interesting because it's in the same picture where we have Bowser and the star. We also have Ghost and the star on opposite sides of Mario's body. So the first game we have the ghost. And here, another weird thing seems to be coagulating. Donkey Kong Jungle Park and this sort of Yoshi's Valley, we see a volcano here in the middle of Yoshi's Valley, because it's like a dinosaur valley. So it has a sort of volcanoes and stuff, and Donkey Kong Jungle Parkway, again, sort of archaic. There's something archaic that comes before the rainbow. A dinosaur valley and a jungle, and ghosts, all combined, kind of become Bowser's castle. Bowser being both the dinosaur, not sure how I would connect him to Donkey Kong, except for the fact that he seems to be fit together with Donkey Kong in a lot of art, probably as the two sort of pre-human archaic phases of evolution. But and again here, sort of Koopa Beach. So sort of turtle, ghost. Here it starts to coagulate, volcano and Donkey Kong. And here, Lakeside Park, we see a volcano erupting and lava falling on Donkey Kong and Wario. So a volcano things erupting from underneath, from the depths of the unconscious. And Ghosts and Bowser. Now we have Bowser directly before Rainbow's Road, like the leprechaun. And then once we get here, it starts getting more extreme. It's almost like it's a theme that is completely taken over. Bowser's Castle, right before Rainbow Road. Bowser's Castle, Bowser Cup, Rainbow Cup. Bowser's Castle, Rainbow Road in Mario Kart DS arcade. We have the Bowser Cup before the Rainbow Cup. Bowser Rainbow, Mario Kart 7, Bowser Rainbow. Here, Bowser's the last cup because they removed the Rainbow Cup. And Bowser Rainbow. Now, let's look at any other thing. So, Volcano, right? And Ghosts. Dino Jungle, again. Dinosaurs and jungle archaicness. Wario, well. Yeah, not sure about this one. Peach Gardens, Wario Stadium. See, I have no idea. Like, I mean, this is kind of what keeps it interesting, though, is how, on the one side, I'm completely just making this up, completely like just projecting it, but at the same time, I'm clearly, there's something inside my psyche that is interested in this, and objectively, there's also a direct connection between Bowser and the Rainbow. I mean, in the Mario Kart series, at least, even if it's just aesthetically. So, if anyone identifies with this video and with this interest, I don't know, I think we can combine our individual projections and not make them into anything objective, but explore our individualities, our individual psyches through projection. We don't need to consider projection something immediately downgrading. That when you're projecting things onto the world, it's immediately cast off as some sort of an illusion. Well, you know, what if there is a use in this illusion? The same way there's a use in a Rorschach blot in order to psychoanalyze yourself. And what if we're all doing this giant Rorschach projection in the whole world, which ends up creating the media we create, like putting Bowser in front of the Rainbow Road. And, you know, the connection that could have to our collective unconscious, our collective projections onto the media we create, / project in the sense, the literal sense of projecting it onto a screen. Anyway. So, Wario, I mean, as Wario being the shadow of Mario. Bowser, Pac-Man seems to be placed before this in the arcade versions. Ruins. Again, sort of archaic. Donkey Kong Jungle. Donkey Kong and Bowser seem to be placed together in a lot of the Dry Dunes. Maybe it could connect to Dry Ruins. Well, I mean, there's probably a reference to it. That Bone Dried Dunes. Okay. So, just wanted to get that out there because I'd never really thought about this, especially in conjunction. I mean, what I find interesting is that it's one thing to have this as a tradition in the Mario Kart series, because it is. It's a tradition of Mario Kart as a game. But then it's interesting how it just seems to connect with this kind of stuff, right? Bowser, the rainbow, the pot of gold. I don't know. I just, yeah, I'd love to hear what people think of this, even if you don't identify with it at all and think I'm just, you know, projecting this and not getting anything out of it. Well, I mean, I'd like to hear what people think of it, and also sort of encourage people to not be afraid of projecting and exploring what it is you're projecting. Because on a conscious level, I really don't know why I would want to project Bowser in front of a rainbow, right? But clearly, unconsciously, it's something that I desire, it's something I'm attracted to, right? If I'm making this projection, that at some level, it's interesting to me. So, what part of my unconscious is interested in it? What psychological complex is rearranging these images to show a pattern of something that seems to want to manifest itself in my unconscious, right? The same way a dream would. The same way a dream would manifest a certain complex in the form of a story of images. Anyway,